The director seems furious.
Yes, it must be important for him to order Brighton to leave his post.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes.
Did you hear that?
Yes, that's not normal. I've never heard Flint shout like that.
But why doesn't O'Sullivan sound the alarm?
Follow me, Mackenzie. Let's go and have a look.
I'll come with you.
No, Dr. Watson, you're not allowed in. Wait for me here.
Very well.
Hey, but the grill is blocked, Chief.
We've been locked in. And that smoke, it's coming from below. O'Sullivan, can you hear us?
Sully, are you alive? Answer us, Sully.
What's going on? Can I help you?
Sound the alarm in the guards room. That should unblock the door. Be quick. O'Sullivan might be in danger.
All right.
It doesn't work.
How do we sound the alarm?
It... Locked.
In the guard room, but I'm in the guard room. Is it?
There is nothing interesting here. There is...
Alright, what are you trying to do?
O'Sullivan, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here. Quick, get me out of here. The Flints have escaped, and they are fighting like dogs. Help!
It's a catastrophe.
Alright, but we need to...
It... 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 It...
But how do I...
Hey, what are you waiting for to sound out?
It's impossible. It's been damaged.
No, Doctor. Our priority is to save O'Sullivan. Go ahead through the visitors' corridor and see if he answers.
Very well.
Take the...
Yes, I'm here.
Let's see. Keys?
Useless. This door is blocked by the timer, but not the one built.
Let's see.
I've got the keys, Doctor. Thank you.
Follow me, Watson. We must repair the alarm.
Finally. There you are, Holmes.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn on the system. Watson, you make sure of the contact.
I hope that this isn't dangerous.
Alright, I need to get into... Oh, crap. Oh, crap. There we go.
It works.
Perfect.
It's open. Let's go down.
Be careful. From what your colleague said, the Flints are out.
We are trained for this sort of shit.
Come and help us, Watson.
Everything is back to normal. Thank you for your help, gentlemen.
It was a pleasure.
But where is O'Sullivan?
He's no longer here. He must have gone out through the visitors' entrance.
Yes, and he must be pleased to have gotten out of the basement.
Good. We must now check all the cells. It's the procedure in case of an alarm.
We'll come and help you.
You are evidently fond of wasting time, my dear fellow. Rejoin me at the reception when you've finished.
Yeah, because look who's gone. Or rather has been replaced.
The grate is open. This is alarming. He's fine where he is, under the cover, still.
How can he sleep with all this noise?
It's
I'll
not him.
admit it's not normal. Perhaps the smoke has poisoned him. I'd better take a look.
Be careful, Doctor. He is dangerous.
It's not him. It's O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan!
It's impossible. He was with us only a few moments ago. Or else...
Or else it wasn't O'Sullivan.
My God, he's escaped. The rat killer has escaped.
Told you so. That thing probably was in the pan.
Ah, Holmes, there you are. Hans has escaped. I fear that this inquiry is a bitter defeat for us.
Not at all, my dear fellow. Quite the contrary. Follow me.
What? How can this be good?
Why the devil have you brought me behind the prison?
We have an appointment, Watson.
An appointment?
Look who is waiting for us.
Shieldman, I'll go back and alert the guards.
Calm down. He's harmless.
But what is he doing here? Why hasn't he run away?
Because I asked him not to.
Are you telling me that you helped him to escape?
Quite so, as he wouldn't have been able to do so alone.
But how? And why? He's a dangerous madman. Holmes, you've made me an accomplice in this escape. You owe me some explanation.
And you will have them. But my priority for the moment is to remove our new friend to a safe place. I won't be long, but I must go alone. I'll rejoin you later. Just give me your next destination.
Very well. I suppose you know what you're doing.
How could you doubt it? Here, take the notes. They will help you when you write up the account of our visit to Westgate. So, where do I find you?
I think it would be better to go back to Baker Street.
All right. I will join you there.
Holmes' notes regarding the say that he helped Hans Shieldman to escape from prisons are so extraordinary that I feel it would be better to describe word for word. The conversation that we had afterwards regarding this matter felt the impatience in my friend's look. However, he delayed relaying me the details of his incredible achievement. He began by telling me the Hans Shieldman's fountain pen. The key to the escape was actually Hans Shieldman's fountain pen. I discovered a note inside Shieldman's locker. I can quote it for you. Whoever is smart enough to open this cage should know that a couple of drops of my masterpiece are mixed together with the ink inside the pen's reservoir. If we're reading this note, it also means that I am in a tight spot, so I understand that my special ink will temporarily destroy the will of anyone it touches. Therefore, you have a few precious seconds during which you can shape the subject's will. If you recognize my genius, use this knowledge to get me out of the embarrassing situation that I am undoubtedly in. Shieldman had left the instrument for his future escape inside the case, secured by a devious combination. That way he would ensure that none of the prison staff would find it other than the well-informed friend. Understanding this, I decided to play along with him with a double game of my own. I would help him to escape, but I would also keep him under control by using his own creation on him. I allowed Shieldman to commence the game by giving him his pen, and then I started to advance my pawns. My first one was to persuade the director that it was necessary to search the cell, therefore passed the ball into Shieldman's court by giving him the opportunity with warning games. He did not waste it. He coated the bars of his cell with the poisoned ink and warning games whose hand was contaminated. Let's see. was under his control for a few seconds, he discreetly gave and quite simply ordered James to give him the keys. The ball was then back in my court. Now I had to find a way neutralizing Warden O'Sullivan, who was to be the basement guard, as we discovered when we found Miss Patterson's duty sheet. I must admit that the young warden helped me enormously by asking me to sign the prison visitor's book. Absorbing the tale, I went over the chronology of the events in my mind, remarked that Holmes had already signed the visitor's book before giving Shieldman his pen. He replied with the most annoyed tone. Exactly, I anticipated it, and it was because of that I managed to get a step ahead in my game with Shieldman. I was leading the race, and all the while he believed it to be the other way around. Shieldman did not suspect I had already used his poison, and thought that O'Sullivan being asleep was godsend, therefore was not suspicious about the letter of reference that he found inside the warden's pocket. Holmes then returned to the point at which he had broken from the tale to point out to me the lack of pertinence to my remark. But do not put the cart before the horse, Watson. Do let me continue. So by merely touching the fresh ink upon the page of the visitor's book, O'Sullivan was under my control, and I suggested a state of advanced drowsiness, but ordering him not to do anything immediately is sufficient for him to be unable to resist a siesta during his late guard duty. Later, after a changing of the guard, Shieldman used the keys to let himself out of the cell. He hit the sleeping O'Sullivan over the head and exchanged his prison form from the wardens. Then he created a smoke screen by using the ingredients that I gave him: sugar from Miss Patterson's tea tray, brightest bicarbonate soda, potassium nitrate from the guard's room, and sulfur from a few matches. He used the keys again to free the Flint brothers. The two ruffians leapt at each other's throats and made a very dickens of noise. He had... oh, sorry. Press the wrong button again. Ah, screw it.
Oh, so all that for nothing. Oh, they didn't find anything. Sherlock Holmes isn't a nice man, is he? I don't think I like him now.
Look what I found.
Don't do that. We don't like him, but you shouldn't hit him like that.
Give that back. It's only a doll.
This is Sherlock Holmes's attic. All this must have belonged to him. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading.
3 trails and 2 dead ends. The poor nephew is dead, but Baines has the bishop's murderers. The only one left is the rat killer. Have you questioned him?
No.
No?
May I ask when you're going to do it?
When I have found him.
What? You're not trying to tell me that he's escaped again?
Yes, but this time it's not your fault, nor mine for that matter.
You've been using me, Holmes. I unwittingly aided one of the most dangerous criminals in the kingdom to escape. So please tell me why.
An explanation would be futile. It would only lead to further pointless questions.
But do you have even the slightest notion as to where he might be hiding?
Forget Hans Schielmann for the moment, Watson. Just concentrate on the fact that the bishop is on the chessboard.
In any case, the news has spread like wildfire. Look at the headlines. All the papers are talking about it. And the Globe Explorer, their editors must be jumping for joy.
Let the dogs bark with the pack, Watson.
But how could Farley be so well informed? Look, he also mentions our visit to the opium den, and in great detail. How did he know?
Let me see. Contrary to what you might think, Watson, I do not consider that all of our trails have led to dead ends. We're simply missing a common denominator, something that links them together. And our journalist's mystery informer might just be that missing link.
Should we attempt to uncover his identity?
It is essential that we do so. Let us examine the map. We must talk to Mr. Farley.
Mr. Farley? Alright, so it's just lots of slander. Let's see here what we have. By throwing in the keys. On my side, I opened the second lot by turning the alarm on again. In light of Holmes' explanation, I began to see my actions during the escape. I was troubled by the way that he had used me without my having any idea of the time. The duplicity of my action. I interrupted his monologue to refer the guards who had not realized what was happening and who were occupied with restraining Flint brothers. Holmes continued exactly, so there was now only one obstacle in front of Sheehan, Warden Brighton, on the reception desk at the front building. But it was the director summoning him, so instantly. Holmes, you won't have me believe that he was an accomplice in the escape. Of course not. I provoked the director's rage towards Brighton. Too impatient, I could not stop myself from asking how. I discovered that James and Brighton were lovers. I was no director, did not have an idea about their affair, and that they would surely fall into fall. Oh, stop pressing that button, stupid hand. Or rather, stupid me. Upon that, it had been rather unfeeling. As Barton told him the director of everything, reminding him of his wrong to the young woman, he denied it in a somewhat hypocritical manner. I do not say anything. I simply left the lover's letters inside the orange correspondence box in the secretary office, knowing that they would be delivered to him in a few minutes later, thereby provoking his anger. The director shouted at Brighton, who rushed off to the secretary office. Schumann had nothing to stand between him and the front door. It gave me enough time. Oh well. Alright, let's check what we have here. Oh, we have got some new ones. Slow Font. Garden Gumshoe. Prison Break. And A Fine Romance. Alright. But onto the map. Farley's office.
Here we are at Farley's office. One cannot say that ethics play a very large role in his life. Look at the headlines pinned to the walls, like trophies of bad taste. Perhaps we will finally begin to understand the reasons for his persistence in tarnishing your reputation.
Perhaps.
Is that the purpose of our visit?
It's still hot.
I cannot leave. This is an electric box. Interesting.
Interesting.
Cigarettes. An ordinary, inexpensive brand.
A press card. Osmond Farley. It's his overcoat.
Right. That was all?
This door is locked. Is Farley afraid of being interrupted suddenly?
I must go out for a while, Miss Jean. I won't be long. Ask my appointments to wait, and send this message as a matter of urgency.
Mr. Osmond Farley, I presume.
Messrs. Holmes and Watson. What a surprise.
What is there so surprising about being visited by the targets of your slander?
I never slander. I inform.
You will have to accept the consequences of these articles, Mr. Farley.
Those words sound like a threat, Mr. Holmes.
I never threaten. I merely warn.
You don't frighten me, Mr. Holmes. I know all of your little secrets. And soon all of London will find out what really hides behind the facade of the impeccable detective. Thanks to my work, the whole world will discover the true Sherlock Holmes. Gentlemen, I don't wish you a good day.
Ew.
What a bore! Even to the point of refusing to shake our hands.
Which means that we can avoid having to wash them. Did you notice the crumbs on his jacket? He had just finished eating and his hands will be covered in grease, the same as his mouth.
Slovenly habits. That's quite disgusting, Holmes.
Do not be deceived, Watson. The workmanship in those tailor-made clothes indicate that he is a man who takes pride in his appearance. If Farley has left without brushing off his jacket or washing his hands, then it is because he spotted our approach and wished to avoid us at all costs.
But why?
We will find out by searching his office.
The secretary will stop you. Please reassure me, Holmes, you don't intend upon knocking her out?
Why
Only
not?
if we exhaust every other viable alternative.
Exactly. That sounds like a really nice plan. I can work with knocking her out.
The secretary is occupied in sending a telegram via their electric telegraph. Farley asked that she should do so before he left.
We must find a way of interrupting the transmission, which will oblige her to go to the telegraph office in Kensington. It will take her some time to get there, and if we add on the time it takes to send the telegram and then return here, we should have ample time to search the office without being disturbed.
I suppose it's unnecessary to point out the illegality of this search?
Of
I'm
course.
afraid so.
Alright. Let's mess with this.
This is I need a tool.
Well, how about a knife?
Closed. I need a tool.
No. How about cigarettes?
I need a...
Let's use the coat hanger.
This hanger has a large iron hook.
Can we use it? Yeah.
I can hear an electrical humming. The secretary is using the electricity supplied by this switch. Let us see if I can cause a short circuit. Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
Yeah, of course we can. That shouldn't be a problem.
Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
Yeah, alright. Now, let's do it like this then.
Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
Oh, that doesn't work.
Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
Yeah, I'm trying to. And then use this so. And then turn this one so, and this one so, and that one
There
so.
we are. It is simplicity itself.
Of course
Oh,
it
that's
is.
just too bad.
Get out quickly, Watson. I'm going to hide here. The way is clear.
Well, she didn't notice that the box was open or anything. No, nothing strange there.
Let's go, Watson. A makeup case with a good brush. A page of this notebook has been torn out. We can only see the title in shorthand and today's date. It's a message that the secretary must send urgently. I'm going to recopy it.
You can read shorthand? You never cease to amaze me. Were you a secretary before becoming the great Sherlock?
Perhaps. But no, a man must have his secrets.
Notes on investigation into Sherlock Holmes to all his colleagues after a visit from...
A page of...
You could...
Perhaps. The ribbon is missing from this machine. The ribbon...
Nothing else? There we go.
I must look more attentively. I can make out the marks, but I need something to bring them to light. I must look more attentively. Someone has written something on a sheet of paper. There are traces of it remaining.
Yeah, I'm missing something actually.
Here is Farley's secretary. This ashtray. The cigar. This ash comes from an ordinary... This cigar.
And it is not even finished.
Farley was not alone when we arrived at his secretary's office.
You are thinking of the owner of the cigar.
Yes, the reporter smokes ordinary cigarettes. Can you smell the subtle scent of gingerbread? That is the characteristic odor of a Habano Clarissimo. Our mysterious visitor is a rich man, Watson. This category of Havanas is exorbitant, and I cannot imagine a cigar lover crushing out such a marvelous smoke before finishing it. Since we saw no one leaving the building, that must point to a secret exit somewhere.
How are we going to find it?
By retracing Farley's steps from the moment before we arrived. Look, this room is teeming with clues.
Recreate Farley's actions. Right. I will call on you this morning, destroy this letter, receive it urgently, revelations regarding schemes are incredibly
This paper only just escaped the flames.
But who is this note about? And who wrote it?
I will deal with it later. This cabinet has a lot of drawers, each marked...
But we can't open them.
A bunch of keys, a telephone, a technological marvel. A number was written next to it quite recently. A fine, educated hand.
Holmes, this number seems very familiar.
Yes, but let us dial it to be sure. Miss, get me 1313, please. It is Scotland Yard, of course. I'm beginning to understand.
Lucky you.
Judging from all the notes on the board, our reporter is an assiduous and organized worker.
The mysterious drowned in Thames. The body of a man discovered yesterday morning on the banks of Thames remains. The autopsies revealed that the amount of water encompassed death by drowning. However, the man gaping wounds upon the body, surgery was seen before death. The movement, no explanation.
A horrible story, and rather a strange one.
Seems like it might be someone to the poison. Using brief, the convent of Saint Anthony of the town of... Yeah, alright. On the Isle of Anglesey, Wales, was the scene of a macabre discovery last Sunday. Upon the villagers' arrival of the convent, with their arms laden with provisions for the nuns in honor of Saint Anthony, patron saint of butchers and good meat. Brutally struck within the whole place. Oh, 16 nuns devouring one another. Seems like also that
Here's what
could
is
be.
strange. An attack of collective insanity.
It seems like all this might be pointing to different Prince Woodville.
A photograph of Prince Woodville